Welcome to Streaming Deluxe. My name is Mr. Orange and today we're going to talk about some gaming stocks. So with gaming stocks I mean stocks from gaming companies, video games, PC games, etc. So not gambling. I'm not talking about gambling. As you know, my friends, so I have this series now since years, so I always give you a little update, and I have like around about 10 stocks that I'm following closely. Of course, I'm not a financial advisor, I'm just a YouTuber. This is infotainment, this is for your fun, and of course you have to do your own research, guys, before you buy anything. Never buy anything, by the way, that you see just like this on YouTube. So, but I'm not going to tell you anything like this. So for me it's important that you understand the background. Why are gaming companies on the stock markets? How is their valuation changed? What are the moments, what are the momentum aspects of it? So therefore I think my videos are also interesting for investors that are not really have so much information about the gaming market itself, but it's also interesting for gamers that want to learn a little bit how the investment market works. And of course, my friends, at the end of this video we will have a Steam key, YouTube comment picker giveaway, and the last video, or the video we are choosing for this, is the upcoming games from the 8th of September. So I always filter out the duplicate users, so we have 43 unique comments, so this is actually kind of nice. And yeah, we will do this at the end of this video. Alright, but without further ado and not to talk too much, I would say we jump directly into it, that we're not losing too much time. So we have here the Nasdaq Composite, my friends. So the Nasdaq Composite, you see, was actually dropping a little bit. So end of January, as a lot of people were saying, projecting. Let's say this, we're projecting already 3-4 weeks ago, but it came nicely back and is now again at an all-time high. So closing at the 5th of February, we are now at 13,856 points in the Nasdaq Composite. Why the Nasdaq Composite? Yeah, the Nasdaq Composite is, I would say, the benchmark we have to compare mostly the gaming stocks with. So, I mean, look at this guy. Cheap money, free money in the US especially, cheap money, printing money, all of those reasons why the stock market goes crazy. So we're living in crazy times, But yes, I'm not a financial advisor, guys, so just repeating. Alright, the first stock is Activision. Oh my god, look at this, guys. Okay, wait, I have to go on 6 months. Yeah, let's go on 6 months. So Activision, so disclaimer, I am invested in Activision, but around about here I sold half of my position. Now you say, oh my god, you're so stupid, Mr. Orange, but that happens. But yeah, I made a couple of nice bucks when I bought it back in the days here, when everyone was hating on Activision because of Diablo Mobile and all of this fake news, let's call it like this, and people then hating on the company. So yeah, I mean, don't listen to gamers when it comes to companies, and if you're a gamer, don't listen to the investors. So always make up your own mind. So what was happening yesterday, guys? This is so amazing. So yesterday we had a gap now of 10%. So I'm showing this maybe with the line. So the earnings came out from Activision and we were jumping like 10%. Oh my god. Of course, in the next day this will sell off a little bit, but I guess we're actually really on a nice way to get way better valuations of the Activision stock. So I can go also here, you see the 10%, the 9.64% to be precise. So they were beating the earnings. So here the financials are important. Here you can see also ESG risk, so who cares about this? So just honestly, ESG, I read it everywhere and it's so not important for investing, but yeah, they act like it's important. It's the financial industry that wants to sell you all this ESG score. So, but let's put this aside, we're not talking about this now. Here, why Activision Blizzard stock jumped today? Because US pension bought more Neo and Activision stock by Baron. So wow, absolutely bullish signal. But yeah, take care. In the next days there will be some yeah, some selling off from Activision. Okay, let's go to look at Nintendo. Oh my god, I always talk about Nintendo and say like I wouldn't invest in Nintendo, and I'm not invested in Nintendo. But if you look at the valuation, the recent months, so Nintendo was also nicely going up. At the moment they came back from their height of $82, so now they're back at $75. I mean, that's Nintendo. It's always the question, what is Nintendo? For what is Nintendo standing? Are you willing to purchase another Nintendo console? If this is the case, in fact, then of course I would say maybe Nintendo is a stock for you. So I personally wouldn't invest in Nintendo. I'm just not doing it. Then we have Electronic Arts. So Electronic Arts is special. Everyone kind of dislikes the company. It's the most unpopular, it's the most unpopular company since years in the US. We all know the games they make, all the sports games and Mass Effect and the Star Wars games. So where are they standing? Oh my god, look at this drop to 110. They were nicely coming back actually in, yeah. When was it? Oh, now I have to look. So, well, let's see. No, here's March. Hopla. So there's March. This is March. This is March, and this was the first drop, and now they're more or less there where they have been before the pandemic. Now here's the pandemic, what I'm talking. So here's the pandemic, and they went also crazy up, and they are now a little bit fighting here around about the all-time high. So I'm not really bullish on Electronic Art games. I mean, I have EA Play on Steam, so this costs me at the moment $4. So $4 go every month at the moment to Electronic Arts, but they definitely have to improve their library, their games. And yeah, the fact that they came back to Steam was actually a good signal. So I think also this might be related to this fact that they came back to Steam. Then the next stock is Take-Two Interactive, and we see here they've now actually it's really fighting here between 210 and 190. So if we see a breakout at 210, of course this is kind of a bullish sign, nothing special to say, but it's also very much possible that it will sell off to some support line here around about 170, 150. So I'm not invested in Take-Two Interactive. I mean, the moment a new GTA 6, we will have footage of a new GTA 6, I could imagine actually this stock really pumping. Until then I'm a very reluctant. Maybe I consider a small position, but not more. Oh, look at Capcom came actually on Friday back 3.3%. I mean, what we have seen here was all these gaps. Gaps is when you don't see a line now here in between, so it's extremely bullish momentum normally, but you see here Capcom was going crazily up, so I could actually imagine that we see a drawback to $25 or something. So CD Projekt, guys, CD Projekt, I mean, so why is this in Dutch? Well, so this is CD Projekt, and this is here when 45% down when Cyberpunk 2077 came out, and I talked already a lot about. So since here all of this I always talked about saying yeah, CD Projekt does it's a 1-2 title company. They're too much concentrated on 1 or 2 games, and of course I was right. I mean, then the game came out, so here was the first cancelling of the release date, and then finally game came out, and it drops like massively because of course the game is not as what people expected. And then we see, and which is good, so here we see actually a lot of short squeezes also came back. So 5 days, let's put 1 month. So this here was a short squeeze. This was definitely a short squeeze, guys, of 45-6%. So now we have to hope that it's going to stabilize and slowly coming back. So I invested in CD Projekt. I am invested in CD Projekt around about here when the drawback, when I found actually a certain support level. So therefore, for the long term, when Witcher 4 is coming out, I'm kind of bullish with CD Projekt. Zynga, I always want to talk about Zynga. I mean, it's one of those stocks I'm myself not invested, and I consider investing soon, but I hope to get the right moment to get into Zynga. Maybe I'll make a little position. So Zynga is a mobile phone company, mobile phone game company, so it's a bit special. So I would say it's a very interesting company overall. Then we have Tencent, a Chinese company, also going up like crazy. I mean, this is look at this, guys, from 87 to 98. I mean, this is a range price range that is incredible. So I'm not invested in Tencent. I was once invested in Tencent. I once bought around about here at 50, and then it dropped and I was unhappy, and then it came back, and I think here around about here I sold it. Of course, it means this candle, this last candle, or this flag, this crazy overvaluation, I didn't take it with me. So then the next game, or the next company I want to talk about, is Nvidia, of course. I mean, you have to talk about Nvidia when you talk about gaming. So graphic cards, new graphic cards, and here you see we have actually problems with the supply chain with the new graphic cards. I think we should better wait, since chip companies are cyclical. That means they sometimes come back massively, and then other times they are running massively up, the price runs massively up. So I would now wait to get into Nvidia again when it drops a little bit. So maybe $400, or I don't know. I mean, $316, $15 would be awesome, but this would mean it's a crash. Until then, it's way too expensive. Also want to talk shortly about Microsoft. I mean, Microsoft is cloud and software in general. It's not only Xbox. So I'm invested in Microsoft. It's one of my favorite companies, of course, and I would say what we have seen recently is it's comparable to all the other nasdaq and tech stocks. So let's see, we can find some support here, $225, and yeah, and then I'm very optimistic for Microsoft for the future. Then we have 11-bit Studios, my friends. 11-bit Studios, so it's I would call it a tiny stock. It's a small cap stock. So it's very popular. Was very popular with German YouTubers. And therefore also you see this massive price increase was happening when it was talked about a lot in German on German YouTube channels, and now it went nicely back, and I guess we might have found some sort of support here around about $100, or what is it? Yeah, it's currency in euros, sorry, at €100. So well, it has possibilities to come back, but 11-bit, they make This War of Mine, and they make other games that are not so AAA, massively popular games like Frostpunk. Actually not really so games like Red Dead Redemption, etc. Therefore I think it's overvalued, so I wouldn't buy into it, definitely not. Then, my friends, next stock is Sony. Sony from Japan. I think I have to talk about Sony, of course, since I mean Sony is also a gaming company, or is nowadays more a gaming company. Yeah, well, what's happening? I mean, we're now at 116, so also those jumps are just crazy. Those gaps will be closed, guys. Those gaps are too massive, so they will be closed, and we will definitely fall back to the $100. So we're not going. This is not going to hold up. But the problem is they have also massive problems with the supply chain of the PlayStation 5. And then again, a stock I'm invested in, Unity Software. I just invested after this. So I first invested around about $90, then it went up to $146.7. I sold, and now I got in again at $126. So since then I'm invested again, $26. Yeah, I would say it's totally overvalued, so I would not tell anyone to dip its feet into the stock, so please don't do it. I'm just saying it's a very risky position, and the sell-off was massive with like 16 to 17% after the last earnings, but I will buy a little bit more if it drops back to the $110. So I think I see opportunities here. I like Unity, I like what they're doing for gaming. Then of course Corsair stock, I was invested. I bought in around 20 and then sold around $39, I think. Of course I missed to sell at $51, so, and since then it's really trading nicely up and down. So it's very trader friendly. So at the moment I'm not invested anymore. So I mean, look at this. Maybe you can be sure that it's coming back again to around about $39, and then you can think about to put a first position there. That's something that I would do. But as I said, also very risky, guys, and don't do it because a YouTuber talks about it. You can't lose money. So yeah, I'm not invested, no interest, no conflict of interest here. Ubisoft also not invested. Ubisoft coming slowly back, and with the new Star Wars game they want to publish soon, this could be actually a really interesting game, a really interesting stock. At the moment they're not really outperforming the market. That's the problem, because they're also a European stock. Maybe for the very long term. I'm optimistic with Ubisoft for the long term, but not for the short term. And then a last stock I want to talk about, guys. Of course I have to talk about GameStop. I mean, GameStop is a gaming company in the broader sense. It's of course it's a meme stock. It means it has like no substantial value, and a lot of people will now dislike my video for this. But yeah, you know the whole Reddit story, the short squeeze story, and of course it comes back to like $60, and maybe we're also going to see back again the $40. So I think it's more or less a $40 stock if they manage to turn around the whole situation, since GameStop is actually closing shops. They're not really prepared for the future. So this is concluding my little overview of the different stocks, my friends. And then I would say let's choose a winner, get YouTube comments, and we choose the winner. And the winner is Samu Maestro Eccentric. You know how it works, so write me an email and then you choose your game. And for everyone else who wants to participate, comment this video, subscribe to my channel, like this video, and then you have a chance to win the next time. And yeah, and I'm leaving it here, and I wish you a wonderful Saturday, my friends. I'm going to continue updating, uploading videos this week, and we'll also make some Steam key hunts. So channel is still running, my channel still going on, and yeah, and hope to grow a little bit more. Of course, you can also invite all your friends and family. This would be awesome. Thank you very much, guys. See you the next time, and please don't buy any stock I talked here about. Very risky.